Good evening, everyone. Am I audible to you all? So today we all are going to discuss about the chromosomal mechanism of sex determination. If I'm audible, please someone confirm into the chat, live chat, that yes, I'm audible, so that I can hear you. I'm just switching off my this voice so that I can read your chat. So please confirm if I'm audible clearly. I hope my screen is clearly visible and you all can listen me. So let us proceed for the lecture, because now I can see there were technical issues on my end, but now I can see that yes, now there is no such issues. I hope my screen is clearly visible and you all can listen. Okay. So I have only confirmed, as I'm not getting any response from your side. So let's start with the topic quickly, because this is the smallest topic of the unit, but indeed it's very important, and students make a note of this. This concept is important if you want to go for the net set. So if you are going for the net set, so this particular topic will be really equally important for the net set candidate also. If you have any doubt and if you are attending the lecture, you all are supposed to give your feedback into the live chat that you are online. And let us begin with the lecture immediately. First we will be talking about the sex determination. What do you mean by the sex determination? Sex, determining a sex. Now if you will see the higher organism, and many times in my lectures also I have told you that yes, we are not the medical student. We will be confined our studies to the only medical, like medical students, we will confine our study to studies towards the human. We all are going to learn and talk about all the animals. So when we talk about the mechanism of sex determination, different organisms have the different mode of the sex determination. Like if you will be talking about the environment, so environment play a very important role into the sex determination of the some organism. Like if you just a minute, if I can see that I'm not able to change the slide. Let me check if my OBS is locked. Okay, so no such issues are there. Those who all are present will just give their attendance into the live chat. Just mark your attendance into the live chat, so your attendance will be marked for this particular lecture. Now let us talk about the sex determination. What do you mean by the sex determination? Sex determination means determining factor for the sex. What are the determining factor for the sex? The first and the most common mechanism of the sex determination is the chromosomal mechanism. We have already discussed about the hormonal influence on the sex determination and role of environment into the sex determination into the class. And today we will be talking about the chromosomal mechanism of the sex determination. Chromosomes are very important, and in majority of the animal you will be finding that chromosomal mechanism of the sex determination is observed. So chromosomes, now when I talk about the different organism have the two sets of the chromosome. Now this we have learned in a very lower class as well. We all have seen that the set of the chromosomes which are having the determining factor for the determining factor for sex, they are called as the sex chromosome. So in case of the human, we have the XXXY chromosome. So sex chromosome, they play a very important role. Different organism have the different type of the sex chromosomes, like we can say XXXY mechanism is observed into the majority of the animal. Few organisms they have, like moths and butterflies, they have the ZZZW mechanism. Some organisms they have XO mechanism. So different organisms have the different type of the sex mechanism. So today we are going to learn all these three mechanism of the sex determination. Let us talk about the first mechanism, that is the XXXY. XXXY mechanism, it is present in majority of the animal, but today we will be talking about or studying this particular topic with respect to the human. When I talk about the XXXY mechanism, it is present in almost majority of all the animals, but in case of the human, this is the in case of human, you will find today whatever we are going to study, we are going to study in respect of the human only. In general, what happens that all the sex of such organism, those whose sex is determined by the XXXY mechanism, it is divided in. Can you see the XXXY mechanism slide? If yes, please kindly update me and be interactive into the lecture, because I am not able to see that my slides are changing. So kindly update if you can see XXXY wala slide. Please update me into the live chat. I have I have certain technical issues at my end. So please update me if you can not see my slides. Just a minute, let me check what is the issue. Okay. So there were certain issues. Actually, after a long time, I am going online. So all these issues and setups are getting creating problems. Okay. I hope now no such issues are there. Okay. So when I talk about the XXXY mechanism of the sex determination, so in such case, two type of chromosomes are present. X and Y chromosomes are present in the male, and XX chromosomes are present in the female, and they are at the time of the humans, they are the diploid, and when their gametes are formed, so their gametes are haploid. So their gametes are formed, means are divided in the haploid form. So one sex chromosome and one set of autosome. This way the gametes are going to form, as you can see here. Okay, and here also in case of male, one X chromosome, one Y chromosome. So let Azan finish, then we'll continue. Okay, let's continue now. So let us talk about the XXXY mechanism, and I'm very much sure now no technical issues will be there. So let's continue now. Now when I talk about the XXXY mechanism, so mechanism in human. So let me tell you, in case of the human, we have the 46 chromosomes. Out of that, 44 chromosomes are the autosomes, and the two chromosomes are the sex chromosome. As I told you, in XXXY mechanism of the sex determination, XX set is present in case of the female and XY set is present in case of the male. So when the gametes are formed, so at the time of the gamete formation, as earlier we have discussed, that their gametes are haploid, so that set will be divided in two parts. So the female, they will be having the 22 uh, plus 1 X chromosome, 22 plus 1 X chromosome. This A will be the 22 autosomes and X chromosomes 1. But in case of the male, you will find that the 22 autosome X chromosome or 22 autosome plus the Y chromosome. So where, see, this is the important point, and it can even ask into the MCQ type of the question. Female is homomorphic. Female is homomorphic. That means the female is producing only single type of the gamete. So all the ovas of the female, they will be having only and only one type of the gamete, because female is homogametic. So that's why the female is called as the homomorphic. Remember the term homomorphic, because this can be asked into the 1 marks MCQ. Now when I talk about the males, males are the heteromorphic, because they contain the dissimilar sex chromosome. So they are producing the two type of the gamete. It can be the XX or XY. So whenever gametes are produced, so at the time of the fertilization, now female is having only and only one type of the ova. So if the male gamete containing the X chromosome will be fused with the ova. The developing offspring will be a female. If it will fuse with the Y, so it is going to be a male, as you can see on my screen. So point to be noted, and we need to remember that the female, in case of the human, the male are responsible for the having sex of any individual. Okay, so this is all about the XXXY mechanism. So I'm very sorry for the technical issues, but now we need to remember, see student, I will take the attendance at the end. So don't post your roll number and exit the lecture. I will take the lecture attendance in the end of the lecture. So if you are attending the full lecture, then only your attendance is going to be marked. So please make a note of it. So let's go ahead. XXXY mechanism is done. In the XXXY mechanism of the sex chromosome, you will have seen that XXXY, in case of the male, the female is having one type of the gamete, 22 autosome and one X chromosome. Male is having the two type of gamete, either X or Y. So they are the heteromorphic, female are the homomorphic. So if the sperm containing Y chromosome fuses with the ovum, the baby will be a son. If it will be fuses with the X, so the baby or the developing embryo will be a female child. So male is responsible for the heterogametic, male is responsible for the determination of sex. Now let us talk about the ZZ-ZW mechanism of the sex determination. Usually this particular mechanism of the sex determination is very common in birds. It is observed into the moths. It is also observed into the butterflies. Z chromosome is found into the, I think it is been found by, I don't remember the name of scientist, but yes, that ZW mechanism is exactly opposite to the XXXY. In the XXXY mechanism of the sex determination, we all have seen that the X is the female, but here is exactly opposite. The male will be having the same chromosome. That means the ZZ, and the female will be having the ZY. So we can say the male is homomorphic, female is the heteromorphic. So if gamete will be produced, so male will be getting the half of the male will be having all the same type of sperm. जैसे कि हमने इसमें XXXY में देखा ह्यूमन की केस में that the female was homogametic, तो female के all the eggs will be having the X, but here all the sperm will be same. In case of the male of human, the sperm were different, right? It was either X or Y, but here all the sperm will be having the Z chromosome. But in case of the female, you will find that half of the egg will be bearing the Z chromosome and half of the egg will be bearing the W chromosome. So if the egg of Z chromosome will be fertilized with the sperm, that baby or the developing chick will be a male. If it will be fertilized with the W chromosome, so it will be developing chick will be a male. So this is all about the ZZ-ZW mechanism. XXX0 or XO भी बोलते हैं इसको. XO mechanism of the sex determination. This particular mechanism of the sex determination is found into the insect. Hanking was the first who described about the XXXO mechanism. What he observed that he studied the egg of the grasshopper. What he studied that at the time of the development, female, all the female is having autosome plus one chromosome. Time being, we just name it as the X body, and the male, half of the sperm they are containing the X chromosome, but half of the sperms they are not containing that particular X chromosome. So Later on, he confirmed that thing is nothing but just like a chromosome, and he named it as the X chromosome only. So, if the male sperm, which is having the X chromosome, will be fertilizing an egg, so the developing embryo or the developing grasshopper larva will be a female. But if it is lacking that X chromosome, so that particular time that they are developing as a male. So we need to remember that the male is having one chromosome less, and they have the odd number of the chromosome as compared to the female. Female is having the even number of the chromosome, will be having the two sex chromosome, and male will be having only one sex chromosome. Is that clear? Because male will not receive the X chromosome or the sex chromosome from the male, as you can see here. So this is very important to remember. So students, we have learned chromosomal mechanism of the sex determination. In that we have learned the three type of the mechanism. First, XXXY mechanism, which is found in majority of the animals, including the human. In case of the human, we have seen that the female is having the XX and male is having the XY. So female are homomorphic, they are producing the same type of egg, and male are heteromorphic. So half of their sperm they are containing the X chromosome, and half of the sperm they are containing the Y chromosome. So the chromosome X, if the sperm bearing the X chromosome will be fusing the egg, the developing baby is going to be a female, and if it will be fusing with the Y sperm, so it is going to be a male. So male is responsible for the determining of the sex in case of the human, because the male bears the heterogametic sperms, and male are heteromorphic. Now, in case of the birds, it's birds, even the butterfly, moths, it is exactly ulta. That means the male they will be having the same type of the chromosome, and the female is having the different kind of the chromosome, and the chromosome was different. It was not matching with the X chromosome, so that's why it's labeled as a Z. It is labeled as a Z. So if male will be producing the same type of the sperms Z, and the female will be producing the different egg. Half of the egg will be bearing the Z chromosome, half of the egg will be bearing the W chromosome. So if the sperm will be fusing with the Z chromosome, it is going to be a male. Will be fusing with the W, it is going to be a female. So this is about the XXXY. सबसे different है the XXXO mechanism. O is actually here 0, no. Okay. So, student, in case of the male of the grasshopper, Hanking has observed that the male half of the sperm they are bearing some chromosome, but half of the sperm they are lacking that. So for time being he labeled it X, but later on he confirmed that yes, this extra body is nothing but a chromosome, so he named it as a X chromosome. And the female, they are all the eggs they are homogametic, and they are possessing that X chromosome. So if the male chromosome with an X chromosome will be fused with the set of the autosome plus X chromosome, there will be a female, and if it is fused with the set of the sperm which is lacking the sex chromosome, will be a male. So this is about the all type of the this particular slide. Everyone please take the screenshot of this slide. So we need to remember the different mechanism of the sex chromosome, and all the lecture is confined to this particular slide. So I want everyone to take the screenshot of this slide. So we need to remember that in case of the XXXY mechanism, the homogametic sex is possessed by the female, and heterogametic sex is possessed by the male, and the presence of Y chromosome is decisive factor for the maleness, and presence of the 2X factor is the decisive factor in case of the femaleness. So it is now later on we are going to learn more about the Drosophila. Drosophila is also the fruit fly is also having the same thing, but that we will discuss in the next slide. Now, in case of the ZZ-ZW mechanism, which is found into the bird, amphibian, reptile, butterfly, moth, male are homogametic and female are the heterogametic. In the case of the grasshopper, the female possesses the even number of the chromosome while the male possesses the odd number of the chromosome. Half of the male sperm will be responsible having the sex chromosome. Half of the male chromosome will be lacking that X chromosome. So if the male sperm having only set of odd chromosome will be fusing with the female egg, there will be a male. If the male egg possessing the X chromosome fusing with the female egg, there will be a male. So in case of the two mechanism XXXY, XXXO, male is responsible for the sex determination. जबकि bird में ZZZW में exactly उल्टा है. See, this is very important to remember. This can even ask for the objective type of question. Now let us talk about the haplodiploidy. ये सबसे different method है. This is found in the butterfly. Sorry, it is found into the honeybees. Haplo, just a minute. Hmm. Sex determination in honeybee, it is determined by the set of the chromosome received by individual embryo. So see why it is haplodiploid. That means one type of the sex, that is the male, they are developing with the haploid egg. Are you getting me? Haploid egg matlab for developing the male, the female do not require any sperm. So the male they are going to produce the parthenogenetically. That means unfertilized egg. Actually, student point to be remembered. Let us learn a bit story of the honeybee. Honeybee, we know they are the social insects, and only queen is a fertile female. So queen, when they want to establish a colony, or you can say want to develop their own kingdom or beehive, so that particular time she finds, and when she wanted to make her own beehive or own kin, so that particular time the bee lays eggs, and those eggs are unfertilized egg. Okay, and that unfertilized egg will develop into a haploid drone, and after that that haploid drone are going to fertile the queen bee's eggs, and that fertile egg are going to be deployed. क्यों? क्योंकि क्वीन बी के एग ऑलरेडी हैप्लॉइड थे और उनके साथ में ऑलरेडी एक और हैप्लॉइड जो sperm है वो फ्यूज हो गया. तो haploid plus haploid n plus n is going to be a diploid. So all this diploid egg will become the queen or the worker bee, or in short we can say the female. So point to be remembered that the queen bee controls when she has to get the fertilized egg or when she has to get. So it decides and on the basis of the number of male and female ratio into the family. So maintain this ratio. Sometimes the female bee, if the drone numbers are less, let me tell you, when the drone goes for the nuptial flight, or you can say the marital flight, when they are going to fertile the female, so after fertilizing the female they dies. So that causes the clearance of all the drone into the family. So if all the drones are cleared from the family, so that time she will lay the unfertilized egg, and that unfertilized egg will change into the male honeybee, and if they are fertilizing the egg they will become the female honeybee. And number of chromosome in case of the honeybee, the male they are having only 16 chromosomes. Okay, and female they are having 32. So no such sex chromosomes are there. So that's why that mechanism is called as haplodiploidy. अगर haploid egg से बनेगा तो वो male रहेगा, diploid से बनेगा तो that is going to be a female. So this is about the haplodiploidy. Now let us talk about a very interesting mechanism of the Drosophila sex determination in Drosophila. The sex determination in Drosophila was studied by H.J. Miller into the year 1912. What he said that yes, Drosophila do have the X and Y chromosome. Those are the sex chromosome, but the sex is not determined or not depend on the X and Y chromosome. Autosomes are also important or responsible for the sex determination. Student, ignore this 42 number. This is the slide number वो गलती से इधर आया. So this is not important. Okay. Now, when I talk about this Muller study, what he said that relative number of X chromosome plus set of autosome is responsible for the sex determination. Then thereafter, one more scientist, C.B. Bridges, he has proved it experimentally. What he has done, he has made the experiments of disjunction. Disjunction का experiment करना means he has decided the number of in the egg. He has changed the number of the X chromosome and then set of the autosome, and after that he find that until and unless there is a perfect balance of the X and Y chromosome, the male and female are not produced. So it is the summary of the CB Bridges experiment. What he did in the first set of the experiment, he used the 3X chromosome and two sets of autosome. So after that, he found that the ratio. Just now I told you that in case of the Drosophila, the ratio of the X chromosome divided by set of chromosome. तो यहाँ पर 3/2 लेंगे, it is going to be 1.5. If the ratio of the X chromosome to autosome is 1.5, they are going to be the meta female. Meta female मतलब कोई super female नहीं बन जाएंगे. They are going to be the sterile female. And if it is 3 X chromosome and the 3 autosome 3/3, if it is 1, so they are going to be a triploid female. देखो याद रखने वाली बात ये है कि अगर नंबर प्रॉपर 1 रहेगा तो दे आर गोइंग टू बी अ फर्टाइल फीमेल, और अगर नंबर 0.5 रहेगा, चाहे फिर वो एक्स और वाई का रेशियो कुछ भी रहे, ओके, एक्स और वाई का रेशियो कुछ भी रहने के बाद में इफ दिस पर्टिकुलर रेशियो इज 1, इट इज गोइंग टू बी अ फीमेल. इफ दिस रेशियो इज गोइंग टू बी 0.5, इट इज गोइंग टू बी अ मेल. तो नेक्स्ट सेट ऑफ द क्रोमोसोम उन्होंने ये लिया जो कि आइडियल है और नेचुरल कंडीशन में ड्रोसोफिला में होता है, एंड विच इज a decisive factor for the femaleness, where the 2X chromosomes and the two set of autosome were used and the ratio was 1. It was found that the female were normal as well as they were fertile. Apart from that, then after that he changed the 2X chromosome 3A. So it is less than 1. देखो जब more than 1 था, it was the meta female. If it was less than 1, so that time it was found that they are the intersex. Their sex were lying in between. Intersex next time मैं बताने वाली हूँ. And they were sterile. Even if it is was further changed to the 3X and 4 autosomes, again they were the intersex. They were neither male nor female. And then after that he has taken only one X chromosome and 2A. देखो X chromosome is there, but here Y chromosome is absent. So they were the normal male by the appearance, but due to the absence of the Y chromosome, they were sterile. This is the important point, and that can be asked. So point to be noted that they were the normal male. That means they were appearing, their appearance was the normal, but they were sterile. And when the ratio was same ratio was taken, but in the experiment he has added the Y chromosome, he found that the normal male was the fertile. So XY plus 2 set of the autosome are the normal male. Then he changed the ratio to XY and 3A, so they were the meta male but sterile. ठीक है. So this is the summary of the CB Bridges नॉन डिसजंक्शन एक्सपेरिमेंट. बट यहाँ पर जो याद रखने वाली बात है, जो इम्पोर्टेंट है, विच कैन बी आस्क्ड, फीमेल का एक्स एंड ऑटोजोम रेशियो अगर 1 रहेगा तो दे आर गोइंग टू बी द फीमेल, एंड whatever number of X chromosome and whatever number of autosome are there, if their ratio is 1, they are going to be fertile. जैसे यहाँ पर आप देख रहे हो, ट्रिप्लॉइड फीमेल, नॉर्मल फीमेल, all of they have the one ratio, so they are fertile female. लेकिन मेल के केस में only ratio is not the important, Y chromosome is also important. So until and unless their ratio is 0.5 plus they have the XY plus 2 autosome, then only they are going to be the fertile male. So this is about the genic theory or the genic balance theory. Now let us talk about the intersex. Now UN Office High Commission, they have said a definition of the intersex. So they said that intersex are those who don't fit into the typical binary notion of the male and female. That means their sex, inter means in between, their sex lie in between the male and female. Now we all know that the intersex, they are of various type on the basis of their appearance, their transgender and all. So this particular phenomena was exhibited by the squids and Australian cuttlefish. Now, apart from that, in the case of the clownfish, I have not shown here the example of the clownfish. They also exhibit this intersex mechanism. That means they are having both the sexes, but both the sexes are in between. जैसे कि clownfish में you will be observing there is only and only one female into the whole group, and that all the males are fertilizing that particular female only. But when that particular female dies, whoever is the oldest male in that particular group, that will change their sex automatically and will become the female. Got my point? तो जो सबसे बड़ा मेल रहेगा पूरे के पूरे ग्रुप में, बड़ा मीन्स वी ऑल नो दैट द स्कूल ऑफ द फिश दे आर ऑफ द सेम एज सेम साइज, बट फिर भी कोई एक बड़ा हो जाता है ना, सो दैट बिकम्स द फीमेल एंड दैट विल start laying the egg. So that means their sex are in between. So this particular phenomena is also observed into the Australian cuttlefish, where preferentially male and female morphological characters, it is depend by the need of the male. If that particular group of the fish or animal they needs the male, so that particular time you will find that they will change their sex to that male or female. So their sex are in between. Okay. Now let us talk about the next. देखो यहाँ पर GYN ज्ञान, that is for the gynoecium. Okay, femaleness. Andro is male. Gynandromorph, that means the male or the female or the individual. Male female नहीं बोलते यहाँ पर, individual बोलते. The individual organism, they will be having the femaleness as well as the maleness. तो ये अब कैसा होगा, ये ड्रोसोफिला में देखने के लिए मिला गया. Gynandromorph, this is the Greek word, where just now I explained the Gyan is the female and Andro means the male, morph means the character. So this is very common into the insects जैसे कि spider, lobster, crab, chicken. But सबसे ज़्यादा जो है और first जो animal में observe हुआ था, that was the Drosophila, and it is how it has been developed. तो accidentally अगर ये ड्रोसोफिला का जाइगोट टिपिकल XXXA फर्स्ट क्लीवेज के टाइम पे व्हाट विल हैपन दैट द हाफ daughter cells they will be eventually lost the X. So what will happen, there will be two chromosomes XX and other part of the chromosome will retain only X0. तो हाफ जो X0 वाला पार्ट है ना ऑटोमेटिकली जो है मेल बनना चालू हो जाएगा और हाफ पार्ट जो है वो फीमेल बनेगा. तो ये हाफ एग्जैक्टली अगर आप इसकी सिमेट्री लोगे ना तो इसका हाफ बॉडी पार्ट मेल जैसा दिखेगा एंड हाफ विल लुक लाइक अ फीमेल. जस्ट अ मिनट, आई विल शो यू वन गैनेंड्रोम ऑफ ड्रोसोफिला. My net is bit slow actually. देखो यहाँ पर बटरफ्लाई का बताया है, हाफ इज लाइक मेल हाफ इज फीमेल, बट आई विल शो यू द ड्रोसोफिला. See here. So exactly half part will be like a male and half part will be like a female. That's taking so long to do. Okay, let it be. Let us proceed further. I hope you all have got this Ganondromorphala concept. Now let us talk about the parthenogenesis. Now see parthenogenesis. It's a word. Virgin birth, अब बोलोगे कि virgin birth means what? So that means that whichever ovums are developing, they don't require that ovum will develop into the complete individual, but they do not require to be fertile. Just a minute, let me check if that has come. So now see, it was first reported by Owen. He has written a book which was titled as On Parthenogenesis or Successive Production of Pre-creating Animal from the Single Ovum. तो ये बहुत ही अनबिलीवेबल कंसेप्ट है कि ह्यूमन की केस में असेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन, और यही एक पर्टिकुलर केस है that can be seen that the species obligate parthenogenetic or facultative parthenogenetic is called as the parthenogenesis. So here what will happen, that parthenogenesis more than 2000 animals till now in case of the kingdom Animalia, they are observed that they are facultatively parthenogenetic into the natural condition, and many more yet to be discovered. That means अगर उनको पार्टनर नहीं मिलेगा, फैकल्टेटिव पार्थेनोजेनेटिक मतलब दे आर नॉट गेटिंग द पार्टनर, जैसे कि अभी हमने हनी बी की केस में देखा था, बट दैट वाज हैप्लोडिप्लॉइडी. वहां पर एक प्रॉपर एक नॉर्म्स है कि भैया हैप्लॉइड रहेगा तो दैट दे आर गोइंग टू बी द male, and if it is the diploid they are female. So parthenogenesis, it is very common amongst the invertebrate fish, amphibian, and even in few lizard. I remember the one concept that parthenogenesis, it was very common into the lizard. I have studied in detail into the lizard only. Natural parthenogenesis has not been reported in birds and the mammals. Why? Because certain genes from the sperm has to be essential to start. So on overabundance of moss protein in mammal prevent the automixis, so does not allow the cleavage until and unless the male sperm is not there, so there will not be development of the egg will be there. So parthenogenetic fish, they will lack this protein, so that's why they can go to the automixis. Best example we have just learned into the bees, wasp, ants, and even in wherever you see the social insect. So in case of the social insects, the parthenogenesis is very common. Why? Because they have to develop the colony, so they cannot wait and waste their energy into finding the male. So all the colony members, they are produced by the female, or you can say whoever is the leader of that particular colony, parthenogenetically. Parthenogenesis is extremely helpful in aphids, ants, because they are going to establish the new colony. So this is about the parthenogenesis, the hormonal influence, नॉन क्रोमोसोमल मैकेनिज्म के बारे में बात करेंगे. इन केस ऑफ द नॉन क्रोमोसोमल मैकेनिज्म, फर्स्ट इज द हार्मोनल मैकेनिज्म ऑफ द sex determination. So that is the first example is the free martin, that is also called as the sex reversal. This was discovered by the Frank Lilly, so that's why the martin have been derived from the Flemish Dutch word of the cow. हम लोग बोले फ्री मार्टिन. सो डच वर्ड है फ्लैमिश, उससे निकाला गया है। Flemish cows are the cows which gives no milk and they are unable to bear the offspring. In short, we can say कि वो sterile होते हैं. The free martin is a female calf which is born with the male. तो अब क्या हो रहा है, that in case of the cattle that is very common कि उनको twins होते हैं. तो what will happen, उसका जो co-twin भाई है, so that will make that cow sterile. Why? Because of some influence of the male hormone, that is masculinizing hormone. So that male sibling at that, now they are into, you can see that they are into the same embryonic sac. तो यहाँ पर जो developing male है, that male sibling will be producing at the time of the development, will be producing certain type of the hormone, and that hormone will cause the steriliness or the sterility into the female during embryonic development. They testosterone or lipid soluble hormone will be produced male that can easily transfer from the male twin to the female. So that will cause, why it is going to happen, because the interfetal membrane as well as the amniotic fluid is same, and that male has produced that testosterone, and that testosterone will be passing to the female, and that female will accumulate all the high musculizing hormone, and that will cause the masculinization of the female tubular reproductive tract, and because of that, that female will become the infertile. And free martin syndrome affect calf has the normal external morphology similar to a fertile cow, because उसमें morphological disturbance कुछ नहीं हो रहा है. Whatever the masculine hormone is there, that hormone has been accumulated into the female reproductive tract, and because of that, that tract has become infertile, and now that female will become the sterile. And significantly, it is also observed into the sheep, goats, and pigs accidentally, and that's why this particular female is possessing a big challenge to the animal husbandry, and that involves artificial breeding of the cattle. Although free martins do not occur in human being, but sometimes recent studies have reported that amongst the male-female twin, the female born has lower childbearing capacity than the female of either female-female twin or born individually. It has been, we cannot say that the female will become the sterile, but ऐसा देखने में आया है कि in some case of the female, those who have born with their twin brother, they are also having the some infertility issues. Now second is the sex reversal. Sex reversal, देखो ये, this is the simple process. Sex reverse हो जाना, okay. Sex reverse होना मतलब it is, it can be done surgical operation. I hope you all know that with the surgical operation, in case of the human or in any animal, we can reverse the sex of any individual. So this sex reversal can even caused by the hormonal influence. Now let us stick to our topic. Our topic is the hormonal influence on the sex determination. So how the hormones influence the sex reversal, or the physiological effects causes the sex reversal, that we all are going to talk about. So this hormonal spontaneous sex reversal observed into the chicken, they develop the external appearance like a cock. So what happened, that ovarian cyst, that is because of the endocrine failure, that causes that right ovary develops the ovotestis, and suddenly this causes, because of that ovotestis, the female chicken, they develop certain cock type of character. So this causes the sex reversal from female chicken to the male chicken. This particular phenomena was reported by FAE Crew. What he observed, that in case of the female chicken, only and only one ovary is functional. Okay, there are two ovary, but functional ovary is only one, and one remain as a residual body in all the normal chickens. But अगर कुछ adverse effect होता है in case of the human or in case of any female, any adverse effect happens into the ovary तो second ovary compensate करती है। लेकिन यहाँ पर जो है अगर ओवरी में कुछ भी प्रॉब्लम होता है, इट कैन बी ओवेरियन सिस्ट, एंडोक्राइन फेलियर और कोई डिजीज कंडीशन होती है, तो दे डू नॉट हैव एनी एक्स्ट्रा ओवरी। ओवरी में सिस्ट फीमेल में आजकल जो है करंट स्टेटस की वजह से, बिकॉज ऑफ द केमिकल एक्सपोजर एंड अनहेल्दी डाइट, जो है 10 में से 2 या 3 औरतों को फीमेल ओवेरियन सिस्ट होना वेरी कॉमन इन केस ऑफ ह्यूमन, बट वी हैव द 2 ओवर, सो द सेकंड ओवरी कंपल्सन। बट यहाँ पर ऑलरेडी एक ही ओवरी है, एक ओवरी तो रेसिडुअल बॉडी जैसी है, दैट इज द लेफ्ट ओवरी। तो यहाँ पर आई एम सॉरी, आई करेक्ट, in case of the female chicken only and only left side ovary जो है वो फंक्शनल है और राइट साइड में ही होता है। हम्म, अगर लेफ्ट साइड की राइट साइड की ओवरी में कुछ प्रॉब्लम होगा तो लेफ्ट साइड की ओवरी जो है ओवो टेस्टिस बन जाएंगे। क्यों? क्योंकि अब जो है ओवो टेस्टिस से जो हॉर्मोन्स निकलेंगे, तो यहाँ पर दिस पर्टिकुलर ऑर्गन विल बी हैविंग कैरेक्टरिस्टिक ऑफ testis also. So whatever hormone will be produced, so that are androgenic as well as the estrogenic. So because of that, the female chicken or hen, they will be developing a comb, which is a typical character of the male. They will be developing the feather, even the crowing habit like a cock. So genetically, female chicken exhibits the morphological character and behavior that will match like a cock, which is the male hen. So such chickens with the sex reversal will never lay egg and never copulate with a female. In human being, testis determining factor TDF, which is controlled by the XRY, sex determining region of the Y chromosome. If any mutation will be happen, so gonadal dysgenesis will cause the फीमेल टाइप ऑफ मॉर्फोलॉजिकल कैरेक्टर, मतलब कि ह्यूमन सेक्स क्रोमोसोम में अगर SR Y रीजन, एक पर्टिकुलर रीजन होता है वाई क्रोमोसोम पे जिसमें TDF, दैट इज द टेस्टिस डिटरमाइनिंग फैक्टर होता है, if that part is deleted or anything happen, any mutation happen to that particular part, so that will cause the gonadal dysgenesis। अब ये पर्टिकुलर मेल जो है, दैट मेल विल हैव द XY क्रोमोसोम, लेकिन इसका अपीयरेंस फीमेल की तरह होगा। आई बात समझ में? तो 2 एग्जाम्पल हमने देखी hormonal influence की। first we have seen the chicken. In case of the chicken, ovarian cystia endocrine failure causes the right side ovary develop the ovotestis, and because of that ovotestis will be producing both the type of the hormone, that is the estrogenic hormone as well as the androgenic hormone, and they will be developing the cock character. In case of the female, in case of the human, SRY gene, it is SRY gene region which is present on the Y chromosome. If that particular region is deleted, mutated or उसमें कुछ भी हो गया, so that will cause the gonadal dysgenesis, and because of that the male will be convert into the, देखो mutation will कॉल्ड द फीमेल कैरेक्टर, तो इनका अपीयरेंस, इनका सब कुछ जो है फीमेल जैसा ही होगा। सो दैट इज द एग्जांपल ऑफ द हार्मोनल इन्फ्लुएंस ऑफ द सेक्स रिवर्सल। इसके अलावा भी बहुत सारे चीजें हैं, सर्जरिकल ऑपरेशन, फिजियोलॉजिकल इफेक्ट, वो हार्मोनल इन्फ्लुएंस करते हैं, लेकिन हम यहाँ पर बात नहीं करेंगे बिकॉज वी आर डिस्कसिंग द हार्मोनल इन्फ्लुएंस ऑफ द सेक्स डिटर्मिनेशन। अब apart from that, in the beginning of the lecture only we have seen that the environment is also one of the factor which is determining the sex. So first we will be talking about the sex determination into the role of environment into the sex determination of the bonella. बच्चों, bonella is a marine worm which belongs to the phylum Annelida. So what happens that very distinct type of sex determination है। अगर बोनेला का जो लार्वा है, ओके, नाउ आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट एग, हाँ, लार्वा, if the bonella larva that will be fall on the seabed, so that will develop as a male, Are you able to समझ में? Why? But if it will fall on the side where the female is present at the substratum, so that I did not get any good diagram, so I have drawn this diagram. So if it will fall on the surface where a female bonella is already there, so what will happen? That female will secrete one hormone that is called as a bonelin. So immediately that bonelin hormone will attract the male, and that male will be immediately entering into the reproductive tract, or you can say uterus, and for lifetime it will become a parasite and will live inside them. अब ये पैरासाइट का काम क्या होगा कि whichever egg that female is laying, they are going to fertilize those eggs. आई बात समझ में? तो bonella sex influenced by the environment, and it is not due to the sex hormone. environment, अगर environment bonelin free है तो वो मेल डेवलप होगा, अगर एनवायरनमेंट में बोनेलिन है तो वो सीधा फीमेल के रिप्रोडक्टिव ट्रैक में चला जाएगा, एंड आफ्टर दैट इट विल बी कन्वर्टेड इनटू द एडल्ट, इट विल इंटर इनटू द बोनेलिन. ठीक है. See this, here male will be present into the uterus. Okay, let us continue. Temperature dependent sex determination. Temperature dependent sex determination, temperature is also related to the environment, so it is observed in many animals like crocodile, turtle, alligator. So what happened that see male will be developed only in between the range of the 31 to 34, तो 3 डिग्री सेल्सियस का ही फर्क है, 31.7 to 34.5. if temperature is there, that time only male will develop, and female below 31 डिग्री सेल्सियस है तो भी फीमेल, above 34.5 है तो भी फीमेल. तो what happened that the number of female was increasing into the population, but the number of male was declining. So what happened, because of that wildlife management body, they have started a program to control the incubation of the crocodile so that they will be able to develop. So what they were doing, they were hatching this crocodilian eggs into the temperature range between 31.7 to 34.5, so that they will be getting the male. Otherwise what will happen, there will be no male to fertile this female. So to maintain the population in check, they incubated the egg on this. Other than that, turtle, alligator, their eggs are also depend on sorry, their development is also temperature dependent. So this is all. I think when we visited the Ranibagh, I have explained this particular concepts. Hope you all remember this. Sex determination in clownfish. See, this sex determination in clownfish is not the part of your syllabus, but I have covered this particular point into the hormonal sex डिटर्मिनेशन, जहाँ पर सेक्स रिवर्सल के बारे में मैंने आपको पढ़ाया. दैट टाइम आई हैव डिस्कस दिस पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट ऑलरेडी, दैट all the member into the family, they are having the undifferentiated sex. Only and only one who is the larger member of the family will be a female, and when she will die, so that particular time the next larger member, which is non-dominated male, they will become the female. Now let us talk. This is the last topic for the today. That is the Barr body and the Lyon hypothesis. Now Murray Barr and Lyon, they found that darkly stained chromatic body is found into the nerve cell of the female cat, and we have already found this into the practical. We have already performed the bar body practical in our paper 1 syllabus, and we have seen that the bar body was present only in female. तो होता क्या है बच्चों, that bar body जो है, it is inactivated X chromosome. Two X chromosomes are present in case of the female. So to avoid the overdosage of the chromosome, this X chromosome is suppressed or inactivated. So that X chromosome can be seen as a darkly stained body. And Mary Lyon, that they have suggested that bar body is actually contains inactive X chromosome. So female, those who have the two X chromosome, they will their one X chromosome will look like a bar body. And individual, those who have the Klinefelter syndrome, we all know that they have the XXY plus 47 chromosome, right? So sorry, and they have the 47 chromosome, and they have the 2X chromosome and one Y chromosome. So they will be showing one bar body, and Turner syndrome, they will be not having any bar body. Bar body test made compulsory into the Olympic game. Why? Sometimes the male athletes, they try to pass the female to gain the competitive advantages. Female have certain competitive, so for that particular reason, this bar body test have become compulsory into the Olympic games since 1966. और forensic science में भी जो है ऐसे डिसीज इंडिविजुअल जिनका देख के समझ में नहीं आ रहा है बॉडी इज मेल और फीमेल, so that time also the bar body test has been used. Now Lyon hypothesis, in case of the Lyon, just now I told you that Lyon was the one who found that the one X chromosome comes from the mother and one chromosome from the father. So this inactivation is done randomly. तो half जो एक्स क्रोमोसोम्स रहेंगे बॉडी में वो पापा की तरफ से एक्टिवेटेड रहेंगे, एंड हाफ विल बी फ्रॉम द मदर. सो अर्ली सेल डिवीजन के टाइम पे एक्स एक्स all the all the XX chromosome will be activated, and in the early stage randomly half of the X cells will be inactivated. So because of that, half characters will be from the mother and half from the father. So this is all about today's lecture. Now we'll end for this the lecture. Thank you for watching. Those who all have attended all months, those my class student who have attended this particular lecture will be marking their attendance into the live chat, because now I'm ending this series, so this lecture will may not be available for you. And if you have any question right now, you can post into the live chat, or you can ask this particular question into the comment box, or you can ask me on Monday. So देखो अब जाके ये आ रहा है ज्ञान एंड्रोम ऑफ, ठीक है. So if no question, I'm ending this particular live series. Thank you very much for watching. Oh no, क्या हो गया यार, फिर से प्रॉब्लम कर